Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then a little introduction. This is a place to share stories, adventures, and everything I wish I had known before embarking on them. My name is Drina, and this is From Fiji to Here. Welcome to another Q&A. As mentioned in the previous one, which addressed the majority of travel-related questions, this one here will be a little more focused on our role of becoming parents, as well as how this is going to affect our traveling lifestyle, etc. Without further ado, let's jump into the questions. What's baby's first country going to be? This one's pretty easy. As she was born here in Canada, her first country is, well, Canada. What is something we forgot to get for the baby that we wish we bought before delivery? This might be 18 plus, we'll see what happens to the video, but nipple shields. If you plan on breastfeeding at all, it's a great resource to have them on hand just to save you from the pain if you do need some short-term relief. It's pretty much like a silicone shield that just kind of puts a barrier between you and baby. What is something you thought you needed for the baby but haven't used? We were quite specific about the items we did and didn't get when making purchases in preparation. I did a vast amount of research on items and weighed whether we needed them or whether we could wait to buy them after the baby was born to see if it was something we needed. That being said, we haven't used everything that was purchased because a lot of it was age appropriate and she's just not at that age yet. And we have a bunch of stuff that she was gifted that she hasn't grown into. So I'm trying to think of something that we bought. Oh, I know, baby mittens. Babies are born with super sharp fingernails and they grow super fast and they're really hard to cut. So a lot of people purchase baby mittens so that they don't scratch their face or whatnot. We have a bunch of baby mittens that she doesn't keep them on, so it's pointless in trying. We bought those and they just kind of sit there. We're better off with the onesies with the built-in mittens so that they can't yank them off. Baby items we have been using or wish we had. So the baby items that we're using, as I mentioned earlier, we've been using pretty much everything that we did purchase. Some key purchases that I've been really happy with are her stroller, her car seat, snowsuit, the bottles, and the breast pump that I bought. Items that I wish I had had more of, nursing tops. A lot of the tops that I bought for maternity wear, I was like, oh, these are great. They do not have a neckline or kind of any hidden cutout or anything for nursing. So it's kind of hard to just when you're out in public to just lift your whole shirt up type thing. So I probably would have wished to buy more nursing tops. Also, a warmer baby towel, the one that we have now. I say that, but we were gifted some since her birth, so that's not as much of a problem. But we purchased some really thin ones, and I find that Canada in the winter can be pretty cold, especially getting out of a bathtub. If you've ever stepped on a cold floor out of a hot shower. So I'd say a warm baby towel. What else? I think a bouncer. So we bought a swing. Well, we were gifted a swing, and we hadn't purchased a bouncer because I didn't want to buy both and her not like either. I think she would have much preferred a bouncer. She loves kicking her little legs. How do I think having a baby will change our plans for travel? That is a very good question. Do I think that it will change my plans for travel? Yes. It's like traveling with any new travel partner. There are going to be a lot of adaptations and compromises made even before she's able to vocalize them. But do I think that it will mean we aren't able to travel anymore? No, not at all. Just, it'll be a little different. Oh, this next question's cute. Why is your newest member so cute? Well, do I hope that Elisa will have a special travel goal like my 30 countries under 30? As a parent, I'm trying really hard to not envision her as anything past who she is today. I don't want to be biased and lead her in a direction other than the one that she chooses. Our family has been built with a strong foundation in traveling and exploring the world, and that's kind of gone up through generations. So I do think that being raised in that type of family, she'll have feelings towards it. They could be the complete opposite to ours, and she could think it's a huge inconvenience. I do hope that she really enjoys learning and is open to everything that the world's able to teach her. But again, I'm trying to not have any expectations so that she can kind of explore on her own. General information about my pregnancy, birth plan versus reality. Okay, this is a bit of a longer answer. If you have absolutely no interest in this, I'll timestamp where you can fast forward to continue on with the video past this question. First off, the birth plan. Although you anticipate that like it won't always go according to plan, it's kind of like what you would envision in an ideal situation. I was planning on waiting until active labor to go to the hospital. Wasn't like torn either way about an epidural. We wanted no narcotics other than the epidural, a vaginal delivery, minimal number of people present at delivery, so like my husband, the doctor, the nurse, and I, delayed cord clamping, immediate skin to skin, a protected golden hour, exclusive breastfeeding, and only 24 hours in hospital. Reality. Yes, reality hit hard. So I had to go to the hospital before I knew I was in labor. Once at the hospital, I was diagnosed with preeclampsia. I did get to labor naturally until I was in active labor, at which point I did opt for an epidural. And I made it through to 10 centimeters without narcotics before complications resulted in me going to the OR for a vacuum-assisted C-section. With way more than the minimal amount of people present at delivery. I had the neonatal team, the obstetrical team, my doctor, the surgeons, and a vast amount of support staff as well. I'm not really sure if they did delayed cord clamping, to be honest. I wasn't really focused on that. I know that I didn't get immediate skin to skin or a protected golden hour. And in fact, due to some other complications, I didn't get to hold her until I was leaving the OR. She has been exclusively fed breast milk. However, I haven't exclusively breastfed. I've been pumping to ensure that she's able to take a bottle if need be, just kind of like if I'm not here or whatnot. And I also spent 3 days in hospital, which is the standard because of a C-section and the unresolved preeclampsia. So I guess you could say that it was a very different experience than kind of like what I had planned. But again, babies and just kind of birth in general isn't something that you can really plan. Yeah, that was a long one. Thanks for sticking around if you're still here. Now let's see. Oh, yes. The most asked question from this round of Q&As was probably this one. Well, actually, it was kind of like two that are very similar. So where's the next destination you're hoping to travel to as a family? Which kind of ties in with where will the new team member's first international trip be? And the answer is her second motherland, Tunisia, when we can hopefully get there. Be sure to follow me over on Instagram to input your own questions for future Q&As. Also, if you like this video, be sure to give it that thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to be notified of more like it, as well as to join me on my future journeys. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, life is what happens between the plans you make. Bye, guys.